Hello, St. Thomas parishioners. As we resume public Mass again, we want to go over a number of changes that we are implementing to ensure that we are adhering to the safety and health guidelines set up by the diocese. Before we begin, we want to remind you to follow CDC, state, and diocesan directives at all times. Please remember that those in coronavirus high-risk groups and those over the age of 65 are encouraged to wait to return to Mass. If you have a fever, cough, or other signs of illness, please stay home. And for all those who are staying home, we will be live streaming Mass each Sunday at 10:30 a.m.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for your patience and support during this time that we've been away from Mass. We thought it would be a good idea to put together a little bit of an instructional video, a safety video for when you come back. Once again, I understand that it's not the right time for everyone to come back. If you're over 65 and maybe if you're in a health risk category and you don't want to come back yet, that's perfectly fine, and you can come back in the weeks and months ahead. We have the dispensation from the bishop until August 15th. But these are just kind of some of the safety protocols for everybody as we get back to Mass. So we've been missing you, but look forward to having you come back when you are able to come back. So let's go ahead and begin.
In order to adhere to social distancing guidelines, we will be marking off pews and limiting the number of people who can sit in a pew. We will be using a ticketing system so parishioners can reserve seats prior to Mass each weekend. You can find the ticketing link on the church website with instructions under the Documents tab, and we have provided a quick explanation of ticketing at the end of this video. You can also call the church office each week so the church staff can reserve your seats for you. Before you arrive, make sure to reserve your tickets for Mass and have a paper copy or electronic confirmation ready for the ushers. All parishioners attending Mass must wear a mask. We're asking parishioners to provide their own masks, although we will have a small supply for those who do not have a mask or who may forget. Please wear a mask that you can easily move or remove for communion. We encourage you to practice this movement before you come to Mass. When you arrive for Mass, please place your mask over your nose and mouth before you exit your vehicle. Once your mask is secure, make your way to one of the two entrances we are making available during this time: the entrance under the bell tower that faces the school or the handicap entrance. Please only use the handicap entrance if you are handicapped or are assisting someone who has a handicap. Approach the church entrance and wait for the ushers to begin seating. Seating will start 20 minutes before Mass begins. As you stand in line, maintain 6 feet distance from all other parishioners. Be sure to arrive early so you can be seated before Mass. The church will be locked after Mass begins, so please do not be late. Please be aware that the cry room, gathering space restrooms, and basement restrooms will be closed. When you enter the church, please stop and sanitize your hands. Be sure to help small children. Present your ticket confirmation to the ushers so that they can help you to your seat. Please note that your ticket will indicate seating to the right as Joseph's side and to the left as Mary's side. Your row is indicated on the side of the pew by a letter, and your seats will be easily identifiable by a white paper with your name on it. Please do not sit in pews marked closed. During Mass, there should be no physical contact at the sign of peace, and there should be no hand-holding during the Lord's Prayer. Please keep your face masks on for the entire liturgy. Offertory baskets will not be passed. We thank you for placing your weekly giving in the baskets as you leave Mass. We also encourage you to consider online giving. The priest and deacon will serve as ministers of Holy Communion on the outside aisles of the church. Parishioners will exit their pews starting from the front of church as usual, but will head out towards the outside aisle by the windows. Please use the markings on the carpet to maintain social distance from other parishioners in front of you, and be sure to stand as close to the windows as possible to distance from those sitting at the ends of pews. As you approach the front, sanitize your hands at the sanitizing station. Make sure to leave your mask in place until after you receive communion and you have stepped away from Father or Deacon. Receive the body of Christ into your palms and then step to the side. Look for the markings on the carpet to help you maintain social distance from Father and other parishioners. Pick up the host with one hand. Use your other hand to remove or move your mask so that you are able to consume the body of Christ. After you have consumed, place your mask back over your face and then sanitize your hands at the nearby station. Please alternate sides as you approach the sanitizing station. Be sure to maintain social distance from those in front of you as you return to your pew, and be sure to walk down the center of the main aisle. If someone in your pew is not receiving communion, please do not step over them. Exit your pew from the available side and find an empty pew that you can use to cross over to the communion line. After the final blessing, please remain in your pew. Pews will be dismissed starting in the rear. Please follow usher directions and maintain social distance from other parishioners. The church must be thoroughly disinfected after each Mass, so we ask that you leave when Mass is over, and if desired, you can return for private prayer during the week. Please immediately depart the church to your vehicle. Do not stop to chat in the gathering space or parking lot. Continue to maintain social distance and keep your masks on until you are in your car. We are hopeful that we can accommodate all those who would like to attend Mass at one of our normal Mass times: Saturday Vigil at 4:30 p.m., Sunday at 8 a.m., 10:30 a.m., and 6 p.m. If you are unable to get a ticket at one of these Masses, you can take advantage of our overflow option at the 10:30 a.m. Mass. Come to St. Thomas at 10:30 a.m. with your smartphone or cellular device and park in the church lot. Watch the live stream of the Mass from your car. At the time that Father starts the final blessing, exit your cars and line up on the social distance spots indicated on the sidewalk by the church entrance under the bell tower. After the final blessing inside, Father or Deacon will exit the church to distribute communion to those who would like to receive. Please wear a mask. Make sure it is covering your nose and mouth before you exit your car. Keep it on until you have received the body of Christ into your palm. Step to the side. Pick up the host with one hand. Use your other hand to remove or move your mask so that you are able to consume the body of Christ. After you have consumed, place your mask back over your face and then return to your vehicle. Now it's time for the ticketing walkthrough. To make an online reservation, go to the ticketing website. Pull up your desired Mass time for the upcoming weekend. Green seats are available, red seats are already reserved, and dark gray seats are unavailable to ensure social distancing. You'll notice that entire pews are grayed out, and this is because we are providing sections where seating will be in every other pew, and other sections where seating is in every third pew. This will allow us to maximize attendance while also taking into consideration everyone's comfort level in terms of proximity of seating. Be aware that the system will gray out 3 seats in between families to ensure 6 feet of social distance. Each of those 3 seats is equal to 2 feet in the pew. Please help us to maximize seating in the church. Look for seating in areas that fit your group size perfectly if at all possible, rather than leaving empty seats in a row that no one can use. Try reserving seats immediately next to a series of grayed out seats or against an aisle. Once you have chosen your seats, scroll down to the bottom and click Next. Type your name in the space provided and click Confirmed. Make sure not to close your browser window, because the next screen is your confirmation. Please either print the confirmation page or take a screenshot of it. You will need this to show to the ushers. We appreciate your patience as we all work together to make St. Thomas a safe place for everyone attending Mass. We thank you for your attention, and we look forward to seeing you when you return to Mass.